what do men look for in relationships, and I would say more so romantic relationships with a woman? What are some maybe like key key things that are really important for a man?
First and foremost, help.
Help. That's okay. Tell me more. I'm really curious now.
Okay, so
I'm
in
taking
the
notes.
in the beginning, God created everything, and
Yeah.
everything was good. The first thing He said that wasn't good was that man was alone, and so He devised to create a helper suitable, a helper fit for him, and then He created Eve out of His own rib. And so the reality is, women at the foundation of a woman's design is her ability to help a man. It doesn't necessarily mean that you just cook and clean and all
Mhm.
these things. If you're interested in a man, it should be because you see where he's going, and you not only can help him get there, you want to be with him when he gets there or as he goes there. Proverbs 31:11. The heart of her husband trusts in her, and he will have no lack of gain. She does him good and not evil all the days of her life. No lack of gain. She does him good, not evil. Like, these are the things that women are amazing at.
Yeah. Aside from, you know, taking care of the home and, once you're already married and things like that, taking care of the home, cooking, cleaning, and all those things, what are some other things outside of that? Um, Particularly like if you're just dating, let's say you're not even in the marriage stage, and yet like this woman wants to be a help in some way. How can that be shown in other ways?
And that's the issue. Dating, courtship is not supposed to be that long. When we
Right.
think about dating, we think about these people in 2, 3, 4 year relationships. And now you don't need to get married in 6 months, but you get a lot of these issues the longer you are not married, but you're together.
I guess my question is more so, if it's not in the home, like how can she support a man? Because it almost sounds like these are more wifely duties, like at home, right? That's the kind of help, and I get that that's a big part of it. But is there like emotional support that a man needs? If, or does he kind of want to? And we'll come back to that later. But is there things that he does in his day to day with work and things like that um, you know
I
I
think
guess.
she should present herself as reliable and trustworthy.
Got it.
I think that it's an open-ended response because it
Yeah.
really just depends on the relationship, depends on what he's got going on. Like,
Right.
if you're courting and he's building a business, you know, um, he shouldn't be requiring you to do stuff or even really should be expecting it. But yeah, you should express interest in the things he's got going on. If you're not, why wouldn't you? It's like if you're really interested in the guy and you really see where he's going in his life, and you want, like, you're open to this courtship, you're open to being his wife. It seems it would be a natural outflow of all those things that you would want to be involved with what he's involved with.
Right.
You would want to put yourself in his routine, his rhythm, and you're not putting yourself there to be a distraction. You're putting yourself there to be an addition, to
Mm,
be,
good.
as far as emotional support. A man needs peace. There should be a
Right.
for a man when he comes home,
Yeah.
or when he sees his wife, and then sex.
Oh, oh you left that one for last. Okay. Okay, but this obviously in marriage, right?
Yes,
Like,
yes, yes. Obviously. Obviously, Sarah. Obviously, Sarah. I just said we dating is
right,
bad, and
right. What do men look for in relationships? Okay, when they get married, they're looking for sex.
yeah, no, I mean, we do need to. stress that,
Yeah.
1 Corinthians 7, Paul said that, it's good for a man not to have sexual relations with a woman. Um, but because sexual immorality is so common and prevalent, each woman should have her own husband, and each man should have his own wife, and they should give each other the conjugal rights. They shouldn't withhold themselves from each other unless they are fasting for the Lord. And even if you're doing that, you should only do it. You shouldn't do it that long,
Right.
because the devil might tempt you. And the body, the woman doesn't have authority over her body. The man does, and the man doesn't have authority over his body, but the woman does. And so this is really stressing, and that's why I wanted to mention it, because a sexless marriage is not biblical. I
Mhm.
understand there's things that happen, and you're tired because of the kids,
Yeah.
and life be life and all this stuff.
Yeah.
I get it. I definitely get it. And this is obviously not, one party should not be forcing the other party to do
Absolutely.
to do anything. Obviously,
Right.
that's a crime.
Right.
And but sex is important. Sex was
Yeah.
designed for this, and women do need to understand that sex is important to men for their relationships.